What's up, football fans? Welcome back to Tiger Pick'ems. Now I know you're thinking automatically, I'm like, who is this guy? Where's Darnell? Where's Brooke? Where are my normal hosts? This guy, he's on Tailgater, some bum show. Yeah, no. My name's David Campbell. I am joined with a full set of gang today. We have Wendell, we have Ethan, and we have guest picker Mason Arneson talking some college football today. Let's start with Wendell. Wendell, how are we doing today, my man?
I'm doing good. You know, my boys won last night against the Nuggets.
Well, we're not talking basketball today. We're talking some college
I
football.
gotta shout them out.
Of course.
We're not gonna get too many dubs this season. So.
Yeah. Ethan, my co-host for Tailgaters, welcome back, Tiger Pick'ems.
Yeah, it's great to be here with you again, David.
Thank you very much. And of course, we have our guest picker, who we have college game day today, is of course at the University of Missouri. So guest picker, man-eater beat writer, Mason Arneson. Mason, happy to have you, my man.
I'm so glad to be on the show, man. It was a spur of the moment type of thing, but I'm so glad to be here, and I'm ready to do some Tiger Pick'ems.
We're doing some Tiger Pick'ems today. First pick'em. Auburn faces off against Arkansas in a battle of two 4-2 SEC squads coming off some tough losses. Arkansas loses to Ole Miss. Auburn coming off a loss against the best team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs. We're going to start with Ethan on the far end of the table here. Ethan, give me your pick.
All right, well, I know the most likely pick here is Arkansas, but I'm going to go ahead and take Auburn here.
Auburn.
Do you want to redo that?
No, it's good.
Okay.
Hey, we'll edit it. Let's edit it.
Okay, just restart.
My man, dude, who has the ringtone on ever?
Bro, I'm talking and I'm like,
No, that was an alarm.
no, just restart
Okay.
David's part.
I'm going to start with Auburn, Arkansas.
Okay, yeah. Come back to David.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our first game today, two SEC teams, Auburn and Arkansas, coming off tough losses in conference play. Auburn losing to the best team in the country, Georgia. Arkansas losing to, of course, Ole Miss, led by Heisman candidate Matt Corral. So, Ethan, I'm going to start with you on the far end here. Who do you got in this one?
All right, it seems like Arkansas is more of the routine pick, but I'm going to go against that, take Auburn. Bo Nix has been in the system for too long to not be performing against good SEC opponents, so I'm taking the Auburn Tigers.
The Tigers. All right, Wendell, we're going to go to
31-28.
31-28. Wendell, we're going to get you. Do you agree with Ethan, or are you going to have to change it around a little bit?
I'm gonna switch it up. I got Arkansas by a touchdown. I mean, they are coming off a shootout of a game against Ole Miss. Probably should have won. Questionable decision at the goal line into that game, but I don't think Auburn scores enough to keep up with Arkansas.
Fair enough. Guest picker time. Mason Arneson, first pick. Here we go. Who you got?
Give me the Piggies. Give me the Razorbacks.
The Piggies.
I think that they are going to win. Last I checked, the spread is at 3.5 for Arkansas, but I do think that Auburn covers. Arkansas still wins 20-17. Bo Nix does not thrive in spooky season. His stats in the month of October are vastly worse than they are in September, so I think that is eventually going to catch up to him. I don't think that the LSU game was very good, and of course, he got very, very rattled in that Georgia game last week.
Good pick, Mason. I like that one a lot. I'm also going with the Arkansas. The Hogs, Sam Pittman and crew, are going to lead Arkansas to a W at home. I got Arkansas on this one. Let's move to big noon Saturday over on Fox. We have Oklahoma State, the Cowboys, versus Horns Up, the Texas Longhorns. We have a resident Texas Longhorn fan in the building. So, Wendell, I'll start with you, my man.
Yes, we do.
Who do you got? And I think I know the answer to this one, but go ahead.
I got the Horns, 35-28. Oklahoma State should not be ranked number 12 in the country. Mickey Mouse ranking. I have Texas by a touchdown. Bijan Robinson is going to have a day. He's having a good day every week. But I could see another 150-yard game at least.
Ethan.
All right, so March Madness, I disagreed with these guys a lot. I'm going to do that again.
Oh, my
Horns
gosh.
down. Let's go, Oklahoma State. They're 12 for a reason,
This
guys.
is your
Come
guy
on.
who just said
Let's
horns
go.
down
No
right in
chance.
front of you.
Let's go.
No chance.
Oklahoma State. I got them by 4, 45-41. It's going to be a shootout.
Mason, I think you're 1 for 1 so far. Will you make it 2 for 2 with this one?
You know, I got to pick the Texas Longhorns. I think that Spencer Sanders is going to be in for a rude awakening against a team that is very, very good on both sides of the ball. Oklahoma State, though, they do have a very good rushing defense, so I think that Bijan Robinson is going to have maybe some difficulties, but I do think that Oklahoma State is vastly overranked. So I think that with no strong wins to their name, I do think that Texas wins this one fairly easily, 35-17.
Good pick again, Mason. Good pick. I also have Texas, the Longhorns, came so close to beating their arch rivals last week, in Oklahoma, and they were unable to do so. But they're going to beat Oklahoma State this week. Texas, very, very solid squad. I think that last week proved that. I got Texas, the Longhorns again. Let's move on to Kentucky, Georgia. We have the Wildcats, the Bulldogs, two teams that are 6-0. Not many times in the SEC 6-0 teams meet. One of the first times since 2019 when LSU and Alabama were both 8-0, they played each other. But it doesn't happen a lot. Two 6-0 teams. Kentucky's been the surprise of the conference this year. Will Levis leads an electric offense of Chris Rodriguez and Wandale Robinson. And I'd say Kentucky looks really good. However, they're going up against one of the best teams in the country, maybe the best team, probably the best team in the country, and one of the best defense of all time. I don't think that's unfair to say. We're going to start on the far end of the table once again. Ethan, my man, who do you have?
I'm gonna take Georgia, but I do think they give up a season high a whopping 17 points. Will Levis has been great this year. Wandale Robinson from Nebraska has just been unbelievable. Chris Rodriguez, pretty sure he's like top 25 in rushing in the FBS, so he's had a great year. I don't know. I don't see a way Kentucky can win this game against Georgia, the number one team in the country. Their defense is just too good, but Kentucky will score.
Wendell, do you agree?
I have Georgia as well. Me and Ethan are agreeing on this one. But I only have Georgia giving them 9 points to Kentucky. Their defense, as you mentioned, one of the greatest ever. I don't see Kentucky really standing a chance.
Fair enough. Guest picker Mason is 2 for 2. He's on fire. Can he make it a third straight?
I also have to go with the Dogs because I think that we're going to have an old-fashioned defensive slobber knocker in this one. We have two very good defenses in the top 20 in the nation in terms of points per game. I think that it's going to be Georgia 24-7, which means that Mizzou is going to outscore Georgia in games against Kentucky, making them the true national champions.
I don't know if that's true or not. I also have Georgia in this one. I think they're by far and away the national champions so far. I think there's a chance that all 11 of those players on Georgia could make it to the NFL someday. They have some amazing talent on that defense. But let's get to the game of the week. College game day in Columbia. Texas A&M versus Mizzou, and it's 11 a.m. kick. We have the Aggies coming off a huge win against Alabama, the best team in the country, versus Missouri, who is not great. But they are also going off a win against North Texas, the Mean Green. So, am I going to be the only one here who maybe fortune the bowl? We're going to start with Ethan, save my pick for last. So, Ethan, my man, we can go with the hometown guys, Missouri, or are you going with the Aggies?
Normally I go with the underdog, but A&M just beat Alabama, who hadn't lost since 2018. Is that right? 2019. And Texas A&M actually has some running backs, and that is Mizzou's kryptonite right now. Their rushing defense is one of the worst in the country, and they have two running backs, Isaiah Spiller and Devon Akane. So they will go crazy on this Mizzou run defense. I got A&M 56-31.
That's fair enough. Wendell, pick the Tigers or going with the Aggies?
This pains me.
I don't think it does.
I'm going with the Aggies. I don't think this game is an 11 a.m. kickoff for a reason. I don't think it's going to be very pretty. I mean, we just saw A&M beat that game. It was a close game, but to me, A&M really outplayed Bama most of that game, and I don't think this is going to be going. I got A&M 55-28.
Fair enough. Let's talk to the Missouri Man-Eater beat writer over here. Mason probably knows more than all of us. So Mason, you've been following this team all along. Who you got?
You guys have some very, very high score projections for this A&M team. I don't think that is necessarily going to be a sign of things to come with them scoring 41 against Alabama. I do think that they do score a lot. I think that they put up 38 and Mizzou only puts up 27. So I do have Texas A&M in this game. Zach Calzada, the quarterback for Texas A&M, he has his O-line figured out. He did not get sacked. He barely even got touched last week against that Alabama defense. And I think that Spiller and A-Chain both go for over 100 yards. I think that they combine for at least 220 on Saturday.
Not so fast, Mason. Not so fast. All you guys pick the Aggies. Give me that Tiger hat. Let's go Tigers, baby. I got Missouri in this one, taking the W, 55-50, high-scoring affair. Let's go Tigers. That's all I got today. And that's all we got today. Tiger Pick'ems. That's been it for our show. Wendell, Ethan, Mason, thanks for coming on. We'll just have to see how you do, either 4-0, maybe a little 3-1 action because you're the last one wrong. That's been it. I'm David Campbell, and we will catch you guys on the next one.